Dear Siegfried and dear Carla, dear colleagues, today's vote, which we just had in the plenary, was an important one. It's how the next long-term EU budget will shape our Union's ambitions for the next decade. And the European Parliament is setting the pace, as we committed to doing earlier on at the beginning of this mandate, because time is short and the challenges are great. Last year, a record number of people went to the polls to vote in Europe and give us a clear mandate. They want a stronger economy, they want more security, and most of all, they want the European Union to make a tangible difference in their daily lives. This report paves the way for us to deliver on those priorities. We believe that the MFF must respond to the geopolitical realities that we cannot ignore. In short, the next long-term budget must be strategic, it must be flexible, and it also must be responsible. Strategic because it is clear that our funds must match our strategic objectives. We must ensure that every euro is spent where it is needed the most, and that is what the European Parliament will do. We will prioritise Europe's competitiveness and security and make sure that we are investing in what truly matters. The next MFF must also be flexible, because recent years have shown just how unpredictable the world has become. It is a clear call for us to adapt, and we cannot allow a situation where, when a disaster hits, for example late in the year, or a crisis unfolds in the middle of the budget cycle, there are no funds left to respond. And that's why we need to be more agile and act more quickly when circumstances demand it. Finally, our next long-term budget must be responsible towards future generations. Fiscal discipline isn't a choice. It is a duty. We need new resources for old debt. This has been promised for years. It is now time to advance and deliver on this. Otherwise, 20% of the next EU long-term budget will go into the repayment of debt. And this is our responsibility, to repay our loans without sacrificing our priorities. Last word, the world is not waiting for us in a way. The next long-term budget must be ambitious, it must be modern, and it must be ready to meet Europe's moments. And Parliament is here to say today that we are ready, and now other institutions, we wait for them to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Mr. Muresan.
Thank you very much.